Joining us now is Shraddha's ex-boss, Karan, who is joining us on this broadcast. Karan, thank you for speaking to us here on India Today. Can you tell us about when Shraddha worked with you and what was it like?
Oh yeah, thank you.
Karan, can you hear me?
Shraddha came to my team in the year 2020, and as I said earlier to others, that she was very lively. She was full of energy, and she was always smiling when she joined my team at that point of time. Uh, Hi, can you hear me? Hello,
Yeah, we can. Go
hello.
ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay. When she joined my team, she was very lively and very energetic. She was smiling always, just like a kid. And I guess she was around
Hmm.
23, 24 years at that point of time when she joined me. And during the initial days, we couldn't actually make out that she was going through some kind of a trauma or this kind of domestic violence with Aaftab.
I'm sure.
But in the month of November, what happened is uh, this thing had actually gone very far. Uh, she was beaten very badly. There were bruises under her eye, and her entire neck was red. And she sent me a picture that this is the reason that I'm not coming to office today. That how will I report to office with this face?
Okay.
That's when she called me and she told me. So after looking at the picture, I was really very shocked, and I contacted my friend Godwin in Vasai,
I'm sure.
and he then finally went to Shraddha's house, and he brought her home to make sure that she's safe. Then he contacted Mahila Mandal from Vasai, and they helped filing a police complaint. Uh, Against Aaftab. But what happened is,
Hmm.
before filing the complaint, Shraddha, I guess, Aaftab's parents approached Shraddha, and after she visited their house, they guaranteed her that she will be safe, and Aaftab will move out from her house, and he will move out from her life as well. And Shraddha was really very happy after that. That
Okay.
she messaged me that thank God everything is sorted out now, and she even said that that finally she did something right. By letting me know about the situation. Otherwise, she would have gone through the same thing. Then later on, when she came to office and when I spoke to her, that's when she, told me that this was not the first instance where Aftab had beaten her up, but this was a ongoing thing from the beginning of the relationship that they had. In fact, I had a few of my teammates who held the shift during that period of 2020, and one of my friends, they stayed there,
Mm-hmm.
and she also told me that there were no reasons for the fights, but they were fighting all the time. In fact, the day before
Okay.
she shifted to a house in Vasai, past 2 years, they might have actually broken up multiple times, and they got back together after false promises from Aftab.
No, this was, from what you're telling us, Karan, this was very clearly a very toxic relationship. But that she also confided in you. And it was through you that essentially she sought help as well. Did she ever talk to you and confide in you about the nature of her relationship with Aftab? Why is it, and I think a lot of people ask this, why is it that she chose to stay on with it despite all of the abusing and the assaults?
See, as I mentioned, Shraddha was very lively, okay, and she could trust anybody very easily. Maybe that was the reason when he gave her false promises that this thing will not repeat, he will not beat her up, or this relationship will be not a toxic relationship. That's when she was giving him multiple chances. Now, as far as I know, when when they were living together in Vasai as well, she initially she did not tell me that they were
Hmm.
live-in partners. She always just said, "He's my husband." So when we had her in the month of November, we thought that this domestic violence. Once we go and file a complaint about domestic violence, this thing will stop. And I'm not sure what happened later on, what kind of what kind of a promises or hopes
Can
there,
you also tell
and
us,
the
Karan,
concern.
you said that, she shared a picture with you. How badly hurt was Shraddha? Because there's a picture that we're putting out right now. I'm not sure if you've had a chance to see it. But if you have, is it the same picture? Can you tell us what were the nature of
Yeah,
injuries she really
yeah.
had?
So it was a very bad blow on under her eye. So the entire
Hmm.
this section of her face had turned black. On her neck, she had
Okay.
red marks. So now when I heard that this guy strangulated her, and that's how he killed her. And so this was not the first time for him to grab her neck or choke her up. Even if you look at this particular picture that you guys are sharing right now, okay, even on in that this picture you can see there are red marks on it. So this was nothing new. That choking her up was nothing new for him.